So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks a hard tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew. Guys, I am here, and so are you. This is the place to be, man, and I'm very excited about this one, guys. The 49ers are leading at halftime 24-0. I repeat, the Niners are leading at halftime 24-0 over the visiting team, the Chicago Bears, a game that I thought was going to be much closer than this. I had the Niners losing to the Bears by 1, but I wanted to see a good effort from the San Francisco 49ers. Now, while I may be wrong about the score, we are getting good effort from the 49ers. The penalties really that have just started right here on the last two drives of the half, so I'm not going to really beat the team up about that. A ticky-tack call on Ricky Pearsall, which relegated a touchdown call. The Niners got in the end zone on a play where they faked the handoff to Garindo, who, by the way, was right there. He was in there. So if they had handed it to Garindo, it would have been a touchdown. Purdy ended up with the keeper, fooled the cameraman. They find Purdy. Pearsall gets the hold. We have to settle for 3 instead of going up 28. But, hey, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? The 49ers are out there, and they're trying. We're seeing effort. The defense with a sack on every single drive. I repeat, the defense with a sack on every single drive, man. Who is this team? And where have they been all year long? We haven't even played this well. Well, we haven't played this well all year, if I'm being honest with you guys. We haven't played this well on both sides of the ball all year long. Now, the special teams unit is still leaving some things to be desired, but they haven't been as bad. There's still a lot of time left, I will admit that, so we'll see what happens. Nigel Crane has a super chat here, and his question is very direct. Who says Kyle has lost the locker room? He wants to know. There's a lot of people out there that say that. There's a lot of people that say that the team isn't bought in. I was one of them. I was one that was going back and forth and trying to figure out, does Kyle still have a grasp on this locker room? Is Kyle still able to lead these players? It's one thing to call good plays. It's another thing to lead, and that's what we've been trying to find out. But I won't be swayed by wins and losses. I won't be swayed by wins and losses, guys. Not at all. I won't. What I'm going to look at is the effort that the guys are putting out on this field, and the Niners are putting out effort. They decided to bench safety Jair Brown. He is officially out of the starting lineup. Instead, they decided to go with Hufanga and the rookie. For now, I like the move. All right? Now, I know a lot of you guys are on playoff watch. All right? The teams that we need to lose are both winning 24 points for them at halftime. That is the Seahawks. They're beating the Cardinals 24-10, and the Rams are beating the Bills 24-14. Now, all those games are a long way from over, just like ours, but that's your update on the playoff watch. I want to get back to what's going on here in this game, okay? Brock Purdy is 16 of 18, guys. Only 2 incompletions. Both of them were tip passes. One of them was a phenomenal play by the linebacker. He just gets his hand out there. He tips a pass, breaks up the pass. That was a phenomenal play by him. Jennings still almost tried to come down with that. Oh, no, I'm thinking about a different play where it was a tip pass and Jennings caught it. So Brock Purdy's had 3 tip passes. One of them we were able to bring down. The other 2 did not. The other one was a tip pass by the defensive lineman. But those are Brock Purdy's only incompletions. 258, 2 touchdowns. And don't forget that he had a rushing touchdown that came off of the board. Isaac Guerrero, the 49ers leading rusher. He is doing phenomenal out there, in my opinion. 9 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Keep in mind, Isaac Guerrero got involved early in the passing game as well. He has 2 receptions for 50 yards on the day. Yes, I said that. 2 receptions for 50 yards on the day. Rookie running back already accounts for for 100 yards exactly and a touchdown. Who's upset? Who's upset? Who's surprised? I'll raise my hand. If you told me that these were his stats at the end of the game, I'd be like, yeah, I'm with you. But, man, he's doing this in just the first half. And we have to give some credit to the man of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the alarms. It's your favorite tight end, George Kittle. George Kittle is being unleashed in this game. George Kittle is being unleashed in this game. All right, enough of that siren. George Kittle has 5 receptions so far. He's got 138 yards, and the only reason he doesn't have a touchdown is because they're just not looking for him down there in the red zone. Speaking of the red zone, the 49ers' offensive woes, they seem to have gone away. The Niners are 2 of 3 in the red zone, 2 touchdowns and a field goal so far in red zone. They said, Mike, is there a switch that the Niners can flip? And I said no, because there's just too many things to overcome. Let's say we get it together on offense. Let's say we get it together on defense. But we're not going to get it together on special teams also, right? That's too much. We're not going to stop the tackling woes. We're not going to be able to get the kicker to be locked in, right? And one of those penalties that I talked about earlier with the 49ers was a kicking penalty. The ball landed right before halftime. The ball landed not inside the landing zone for the helicopters or some crazy nonsense, right? I know that people want to try to lean towards the negatives, but before I get to the negatives, Patrick Taylor has 1 carry and made the most of it. 1 carry for 7 yards. I like seeing that. Brock Purdy is scrambling his ass off out there. Shout out to Malik Collins. He's got a sack out there. YGM has got a sack out there. And Leonard Floyd has 2 sacks out there. Devondre Campbell looking like the man. I mean, listen, I'm just saying he's not a world beater. Let me not say anything that's going to make you guys think that I'm sniffing something over here, because I'm not. But Devondre Campbell is having a good first half so far. And I want to give the biggest shout out to our secondary, ladies and gentlemen. Our secondary is out there, and they are hunting. They are taking every inch of grass away from this wide receiving core. They're out there doing their thing. I want to shout out Diamador Lenore. All right. I want to shout out Malik Mustafa. I want to shout out Talanoa Hufanga. All right. I want to shout out even guys like D. Winters. These guys are out there doing their thing. They are getting nothing in the air. I mean, absolutely nothing. If you look at the Bears and their total, Caleb Williams has 6 completions for 27 yards, guys. DeAndre Swift is their leading rusher, 4 carries for 7 yards. They have no offense going at all. At all. All right? So what does this mean? What does this mean? Well, I don't know. I don't know. The Niners did something. They made some history. Let me sound the alarm. Let me drop some party horns on this one here. The Niners made history for the 2024 NFL season on the positive side. We've been doing it as of late, but on the negative side, this one is a positive. No team has been plus 300 yards in the first half all season long, and the Niners are at plus 315. The Bears have a grand total of 4 offensive yards, and the Niners have a grand total of 319. The Bears and their 4 yards of offense, it ain't where you want to be. It ain't where you want to be, man. But it is what it is. We got a super chat here from Nathaniel Perez. He says, thoughts on Deebo in the first half. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say Deebo was doing his job. I'm going to say Deebo was doing his job. His carries aren't the prettiest, right? He's got 3 rushing attempts for -3 yards in total. One of them was a pretty big loss. And he's got 2 receptions for 22 yards. But Deebo is still someone that is requiring teams to pay attention to him. They have to keep somebody moving with him. Do that while George Kittle is cooking like this, because now George Kittle is taking up a linebacker and a safety. Now you got somebody committed to Deebo. Now all of a sudden you're going to have guys like Garindo and Pearsall and Jennings and Juszczyk. Those guys are all of a sudden going to be open and available. That's what you want to see. When Kyle Shanahan has the opportunity to manipulate defenses, this is when Kyle Shanahan is the most dangerous. And you have to figure that this was going to be the game that this happens in. I didn't, but if there was one, it's going to be when there's an interim coach and he's going to tell the guys to stick to the fundamentals. Kyle Shanahan struggles against teams that throw the fundamentals out. The teams that say, hey, damn that, I'm going to play you because I know you. Kyle depends on, well, if we run this play, the linebacker has to do this, which is leave this guy open. That's what Kyle's bread and butter is. He's playing against a team that is running and operating that way, and that's why I think Kyle Shanahan is having this kind of success. I'm not going to shit on Deebo Nathaniel. I know that he hasn't been the best person out there, but he's doing what we need him to do in order for us to continue to be successful. On some other news, I know the Bears lost a player or two in the first half. The Niners lost Ben Barch. So it looked like an injury to his left leg. I couldn't tell if it was ankle or knee. He did walk off the field. However, he was ended up carted back to the locker room. So prayers up for Ben Barch, who was having a good game and a quarter. But we'll see what happens, man. Burford has stepped in, and dare I say seamlessly? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. I haven't been super upset about the offensive line. Brock Purdy did have a sack that I recall. Let me see if I can see if it was officially considered a sack. Yeah, T.J. Edwards did officially record a sack against Brock Purdy. But I haven't been overly upset with this offensive line, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't been out here screaming at the TV or anything like that. I've been pretty calm, other than celebrations. Now, what will we see in the second half? I don't know. There's a lot of game left. We will have to see what happens. But, guys, I think the Niners are going to pull this one off. I think the Niners are going to pull this one off, and I think the main reason is because I started looking ahead at the draft. And they're going to say, hey, Mike, this is what you get. Sucker. I think this was going to happen. And I'm okay with that. This is the kind of wrong that I like being. This is the kind of wrong that I like being. Brock Purdy is back in his bag. I saw some layered throws from him. I love seeing that layered throw right over the head of the linebacker to George Kittle. It was just a beautiful, beautiful pass. Those are the things that I said that made Brock Purdy different than the other quarterbacks that we've had in the past. But, again, we'll see what happens. I want to get a poll from everybody in the chat. Right now, there's almost 200 of you guys out there. I want to see at least 50 of you guys participating. Give me a simple yes or a no. Do you guys think the Niners pull off this win? And go.
Excuse me, bitch?
Yeah, I know it was an easy question to ask. I just want to know if they think that the Niners are going to win. Just type in yes or no. That's all. I just want to know if they think they're going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Nobody's worried at all. I like the plays that Kyle's been calling. Not going to lie to you guys. I like what I'm seeing from here. I like that Kyle does not have Brock Purdy living at a shotgun anymore. He's put him back under center. He's letting Brock Purdy kind of get in the rhythm. Some of the shotgun plays have been Some of them have even worked out in our favor, but it is what it is. And we are where we are. They're about to kick back off. We are going to continue this party over on Patreon. If you guys don't know, we are watching over together on Patreon. You guys can come on over here. I got one no from Deebo. He is the only person that I saw that said no to the question of whether or not the 49ers can hold on and win this game. So that is the only no that I see. I want to shout out you guys. I believe you guys hit my number of 50 yeses in here. How fitting would it be if it were only 49? Huh? How fitting would that be? But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Listen, head on over to the Patreon. Come party with us, guys. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. That is up on your screen right now. Again, that is patreon.com/NB9ERS. I will talk to you guys soon. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. I'll see you guys for the Overreaction Show. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but niners.